Okay, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm heading to Thompson to do some shopping. Yeah, I'm gonna spend my YouTube money foolishly on food supplies and toiletry and other stuff. Okay, so the book burb is up and running. Okay, I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. I'm sober and everything. Okay, so it'll be just a long trip, but I'll get my shopping done, and I'll try and make this a whole YouTube experience, as you'd say. Okay, this is kind of different doing it sober, but I don't know if this is recording. I can't see anything. It's pretty dark out here. Okay? Okay, it took me an hour and a half to drive 60 miles or 100 kilometers. I'm in Leaf Rapids right now. This is a mining town offset from the road, so you don't see anything of this town from the road. It's just like you're driving by. If it wasn't for the street lights, you wouldn't know it was here. And we have all this frickin' snow coming down, but it has warmed up quite a bit. Hey, we left the kingdom at 4 o'clock this morning. It was minus 19. Now it's minus 12. So it warmed up. And that's why we're making this trip, because we were supposed to go next week, but we're in the freezing cold, okay? So I've been talking about the sun dogs, those little rainbows around the sun, and we were cold, but no rainbows. So that meant that the weather was going to change and warm up. So it's a good plan. A good thing we're taking this trip today, because I wouldn't want to do it when it's cold. But it's minus 12 on the thermometer or dash indicator on the book burb, okay? So we're driving along nice and slow. There's one vehicle ahead of me by about 20 minutes, so I haven't seen any traffic in an hour and a half of driving. But this is Grief Rapids, or Leaf Rapids as they call it, a dying mining town. Oh well, I better get going. Gotta get there when the store opens. Okay, I'm at Natigi here, which is the Cree word, probably for, I don't know what the Cree word means, but it's Natigi. It used to be known as Rat River. It's a control structure for water for Manitoba Hydro, so it controls the water going to the hydro dams. Okay, so we're putting along here, 100 kilometers, took us an hour and a half, yes, because I'm doing between 40 to 50 miles an hour, because this frickin' road is plowed, but it's so rough, it's just nothing but potholes, and I'm just putting along, okay? Slower the better, and as long as I make it. So I only have another 100 kilometers to go, and we should be there. Okay, it's 8:30 Wednesday morning in Thompson, Manitoba. I'm just outside of Thompson here. This is a little pullout down by a lake here, or whatever. And this is where we stop for a pee and to get organized before we head into Thompson. Oh yeah, lots of garbage, which is normal for the north. Okay, so we're going to get organized here. So it's 4.5 hours to drive 300 kilometers. The road was rough, and it was plowed with the light snow. Made it, I had to drive a little slower, especially when I started meeting traffic once it got to daylight. Okay, let's go do some shopping. Okay, we made Thompson no problem, lots of snow, and we just filled up the gas in the vehicle here. So $65 and 41.9 liters. I don't know what the price is, I'll check the receipt, but look at this weather. Perfect day for shopping. Okay, here we are at the Thompson Walmart. It's getting to be busy. I don't even know what the time it is, but this is what $1,000 looks like. $500 in dog food, 75 in the water, and the rest in foods and stuff. Now I had to hit another store. We got the flour to make the dog's treats, which has been known as the Chicago fry bread. And this to tell you how much snow there is in Thompson when they clean the parking lot. Yeah, that's a big snowbank. Okay, $457.98 or something in this cart, and that's it. But look at the snow they got everywhere. And they got a Dairy Queen now since the last time I was down here. Just look at that. But it's still too cold to go be eating ice cream. Okay, that's how we pack this book burb. We've done it with Suburbans all the time, but this thing is short, so we can only put $1,000 less than a full-size Suburban. And in the coolers, we make sure everything fits and no rattle. Okay, it's time to go get some Subway, and then we can head out. Okay, it's 10:30. I just picked up $43 worth of Subway. Oh, there's no sign on the side of the building here. But we're going to eat good on the way home. We're not stopping for that A&W because that's way too expensive. All right, we'll hit the road. Okay, I'm just outside of Thompson. All the other places we usually stop, like that plane on a stick and everything, was all snowed in. Like they never plowed it. I can't get over how much snow they got down here. And we have hardly any back up in the kingdom in Whoville. This is unreal. It's going to be a slow trip back home because it's got a little breeze. It's still snowing and the road conditions are so-so. But I got enough weight. I got enough survival food. I can eat the dog food or whatever. But also, too, we live in the remoteness, okay? When I traveled down 4.5 hours, the first 3 hours, I had never met a vehicle. I was following a vehicle that was about a half an hour ahead of me, and I think that was Johnny's partner there, Dan. Okay, the older guy, he's 72, so he goes in the middle of the night down to Thompson here to get the beer, and then Johnny gets to deliver it when Dan gets back. So that's how it works out. So I think he was just ahead of me because I could see the semi-trucks, and 72 years old, you got to stop for a pee all the time like me. So basically, we're just going along, getting our exercise, stretching, make sure we're driving safely. Okay, but also too, being in the north here, you never leave your vehicle without rolling the window down. Do I have enough talent? Oh, okay. All right. Anytime you get out of the vehicle, you open the window. All right? And you never shut it off. Because if I was to shut it off with the window closed and then I'm outside of town, 10 kilometers, and then the stupid thing doesn't start or it locks me out, I'm screwed. Okay? Now what do? There's no place to warm up. Plus, I got my go-to-town clothes. All my winter gear's in the back in the book burb here. So, in case I do hit the ditch or break down, I got my survival stuff plus all the tools. But I'm wearing my street clothes, my go-to-town clothes. Okay, go-to-church clothes. And look at that. I even got my Walmart Velcro shoes on. Do I got enough talent? Oh, look at that. Go-to-town shoes, Velcro. Yeah, because I have a hard time with my laces at my age. But it was a good shopping trip. Some stuff was on sale at Walmart, but other stuff was on sale at that other store, Family Foods, okay? So you got to split the money and you got to shop and know your prices when you go in. But I do see a great increase in prices since I was down in September. And yes, eggs was 8 something for an 18 or something, or whatever it was. It was 80 bucks or something. Bacon was unreal. That was pricey. We don't talk about pop like Pepsi and that. There's no room in this book burb to haul Pepsi and pop and everything. I think we'll concentrate on drinking beer because it's delivered to Whoville, and we just have to get it home for the same price as if I bought it in Thompson, okay? All right, I better go. I'm going to make lots of stops along the way to show you guys what it's like to live in the remoteness, okay? So this is a perfect day. It's kind of warm, the wind's chilly, but the snow and the road conditions are just perfect for living in the remote. Now, if I was to say this was Alaska, I'd probably get 1 million views within an hour. Yeah, because Alaska's good marketing. I credit those YouTube guys and stuff like that. They have good marketing on that. Just say the word Alaska and their ratings go up. Whereas I say Canada and the flag exercise, well, I have a select group of followers, which I like because I'm not the big flashy guy. And once again, I thank my YouTube followers because some of this money here, or the stuff in the book burb, is YouTube money from the videos and you guys watching and enjoying it. Plus also too my Amazon books. Yeah, my books are selling around the world through Amazon. So I was able to buy some nice stuff today. So we were able to get shopping. Plus I know when I'm getting paid, not like them winter road guys that never pay me, even 3 years later. All right, I better get going because I'm going to open up a sub and eat it. It's going to be so delicious because it was made fresh and I watched the fella. All right. Okay, I got up to a snowplow here. We're just putting right along here. We're down to 40 kilometers an hour. But oh well, we're going along. He's plowing and I'm following, and the road is rough. But oh well, remember, we're having fun. Okay, I'm just north of the Nelson House turnoff. That's where all the traffic turns off. It's a First Nations community with about 6,000 or 8,000 people in there, and about half of them go to Thompson every day, so that road is busy. So we're at the Footprint Bridge. We've gone 65 kilometers in an hour and a half. Yes, I was behind that snowplow for 40 minutes putting along, and this is the Footprint River, I think it is. I don't know, I can't read the sign. I have no brain cells because I was up at 2 o'clock this morning, but also too, the road is rough enough that this frozen hard pack on the roof of the book burb, the body flexes enough that chunks of this stuff is flying off. So then you know it's rough. So this is the road. They're using a scarifier on the blade, and it's just gravel and slippery, and it's unreal. But at least they used the scarifier. The plow trucks only go as far as Nelson House, and then everything has to be done with the grader because of the hills and the curves, okay? Well, I better get going. plugging along at 60 to 80 kilometers an hour, but I'm getting it done. Okay, I'm at Natigui here. This is the water control structure that I stopped in to film this morning in the dark, I think. It's 12:30 now, so it took me 30 minutes to travel 35 kilometers. Sorry, I hit the odometer meter reading sort of thing. So the road is rough, but we're plugging along, and of course the temperature is 12 degrees. But this wind is chilly. I got the Lily Tomlin mic covered. I don't know if I'm making a mess or what I'm doing. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys can hear and feel this. Yeah, feel it. Like Les Nessman, look at my charts here on the radio. But I'm doing between 60 and 70 kilometers an hour. The so-called road with the government cutbacks was not graded when it was freezing up. So it's just washboards and potholes, and the road is just unreal how rough it is. I've been coming up and down this road for 27 years. I've never seen it this rough. And it's just shaking the vehicle apart here. You just vibrate and everything. And my man boobs are just jiggling. I should have borrowed Zena's bra because it's unreal and hard on the back too. It was like this morning coming down, but in the heavy snow, and I was not loaded. It was worse. Now with the weight in the back here, it's a lot better ride, and my back is going to take it. But this is a heebie-jeebie right here. Okay, oops, all right, there we go. Okay, those are unmarked. Those are the ones that break your springs and stuff. And I'm meeting some of the winter road truckers coming off the road. And when you see a whole bunch of snow dumped on the ground, that means it's a bad heebie-jeebie and they probably broke a spring on the trailer. But we're making good time. We'll just plug away. So it'll probably be a while plugging away here. Okay, now we're driving along. It's just a series of potholes and more potholes. Now, this is from the rainy season. And they should have been graded, but the government cutbacks, it's costing us more money. Like, I don't know how much damage I'm doing on my vehicle. Like, this is pathetic. Just look at all the potholes. Unreal. It's hard to hold the phone and steer, drive, and talk at the same time. Oh well, but this is unreal. Welcome to Stalin's Russia. And you wonder why there's no tourism up here. Oh well. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I had to stop because my man boobs and my back were just hurting. This is unreal. This is Stalin's Russia we're living in. This is a so-called road. Government cutbacks. I just shake my head. So this is just unreal how long this trip is taking because they never graded the road during the rainy season so it frees up. Unreal. My tax-paying dollars. I'll have to go on welfare so I can afford to drive on this road. Oh well. Okay, we made Leaf Rapids. That was 100 kilometers. We did it in 2 hours. That 70 kilometers of washboard frozen crap just slowed us down. So we're just leaving the truckers' rest area in Leaf Rapids. We got 100 kilometers to go, and we might meet Johnny heading back to Leaf Rapids, because if there was no beer that Dan picked up, he would have left with the freight that he had. Okay, we're just coming down the hill to the Churchill River Bridge. This bridge should be condemned because the decking on it, everything's shot, but the government's fixing bridges everywhere else, but not fixing this one. So this is kind of an important bridge here. But that's a fact of life when you live in Stalin's Russia. But you can see they got a lot more snow than us over in Whoville. Okay, we have to slow right down here because this bridge is rough. Probably enough deck holes or whatever holes in the deck you could probably fish from the bridge, or standing on the bridge and fish down through the holes. Okay, I'm gonna concentrate here, trying to hold everything steady, miss the bad spots. Unreal. So I'll leave the camera set up in case we meet Johnny. All right, better go. Okay, back in the kingdom 12 hours after I left. I left at 4 in the morning and it's 4 in the afternoon. So 2 hours shopping, 10 hours driving, unreal. So there should be only 6 hours driving if the roads were good. Okay, let's look at the flag exercise. I seen Johnny uptown making deliveries, so maybe Dan got the beer out of Thompson to Leaf Rapids and then Johnny came over. But I'm too tired to go see, and the staff will be busy here unloading. Look at the flag exercise, just a little breeze here. So we got 3 hours of work, and we're not walking the dogs. We're going to drink the vodka straight, okay? I've had fun, so I'll make a video on my trip and how we spend money foolishly at the end of the world. And once again, I thank you YouTubers for supporting the channel, and Amazon for people purchasing my books through ebooks and paperbacks. I thank you guys very much again. Thank you. Talk to you later.